Hi, it's Lowell Wild Jr. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, but in our family we use it as a time to be with family and just to celebrate the joy of being with family. I just finished the busiest week of my career. I did 21 surgeries on 34 feet and over 100 procedures, and frankly, I'm a little bit exhausted. But before I take you to our tradition of making lasagna for Christmas, I want to remind you to join us on New Year's Day for the webinar we're putting on, which is the 5 insanely effective strategies to explode your revenue in 2019. Don't forget to sign up for that New Year's Day webinar, and we look forward to seeing you there. So back to our Christmas day. Our tradition is to have lasagna for the big group of people we host on Christmas Day. And the key to any good lasagna is the sauce. I make the greatest bolognese ragu, and I want to share how I make it with you today. So come join me in the kitchen. We have a lot of cooking going on for both Christmas Eve and Christmas, so lots of pots and pans in the background. But for the bolognese sauce, we start out with chopping up carrots, celery, and onions, and we cook that all together as a base for the sauce. So you can come and look at what I've done so far, and then we'll show you how that progresses. I've combined the vegetables with olive oil and butter, added some salt, pepper, and red pepper, and we're working on browning it. At the same time, I am browning pancetta, which I'm going to be adding to the vegetables when the vegetables are browned. And then over here, I've got beef stock simmering that I'm going to be using later with the meat. Now that the vegetables are browned, I'm adding the pancetta and mixing the pancetta and the vegetables together for a couple of minutes. And then I'll take this off and start cooking the meat. So now we're going to cook the meat. We have a combination of ground beef, veal, and pork, as well as Italian sausage. So that all goes in. And then we're going to be browning the meat for a little while. Once we've finished browning the meat, and we've got a nice layer of glaze on the bottom of the pan, we now deglaze it with white wine. And then we scrape up all of the bottom parts, and it turns into a nice thick brown sauce. Once we've cooked off all the wine, we add back the vegetable and pancetta mixture. Then we put in tomato paste. And then we add the beef stock. And we're going to let all of this simmer for several hours, and all the flavors are going to start to come together. We're going to leave this for the whole day, and we're 2 days before Christmas now, and then on Christmas we're going to finish it off before we make the lasagna. So while the bolognese sauce is simmering, we're making our lasagna noodles for the eventual creation of the lasagna. And at the end, we're going to add butter and cream to make this incredibly thick, rich, and wonderful. That's so good. So we're going to make the lasagna. We put in the noodles, then bechamel sauce, then we layer in the bolognese ragu, followed by cheese, and we do it over and over again until we create the perfect Christmas lasagna. I hope you've had a great Christmas and enjoyed spending a little bit with me. Have a great week.